Hey guys, welcome back to another video. In today's video, I'll be showing you guys the best max damage Thunder Spear build in Attack on Titan Revolution. And if you haven't, don't forget to like and subscribe. It helps me out so much. Thank you. And one last thing before we start. If you guys want a chance to win one attack serum and one armored serum when trading comes out, make sure to join the Discord down below. I'm always open to answer your guys' questions and even carry you sometimes. And with that, let's get on to the video. I'll be doing this in the same order as my last video on the shifter build. So just like last time, we'll start with the families. The best family for this build is either Shiki or Ackerman. Also, sorry if you guys can hear my dog in the background, they're kind of loud. Shiki and Ackerman are basically the same family, but Shiki could shift obviously, but they both have the same stats, so I'll just be going over that. The Thunder Spear moves this family has are so good for getting mode and doing damage. And not to mention the crazy passives this family has, like the extra offensive perk slot, 20% more damage in raids, 20% more flat damage, 15% crit chance and damage, and 10% ODM control, gas, and range. But of course, you could use whatever family you want, but Shiki and Ackerman just have the best stats in my opinion. Now onto the skill tree. First, we're going to be doing the damage side of the skill tree, because no matter what prestige you are, you should always be maxing out the damage. Actually, I don't know about prestige 1, but if you're prestige 1 plus, always max out the damage skill tree. We're going to be going on the pure damage side of the damage skill tree, well, tongue twister. But I asked a lot of people who main Thunder Spear if crit damage or pure damage would be better, because I did originally think crit would be better, but yeah, so many people said pure damage was better. Also, again, sorry if you could hear my dog in the background. Now onto the support side. So depending on what prestige you are is going to depend on how far you go down this. So you want to make sure you max out damage and then go as much as you can to the right side. So since I'm max prestige, I have it fully maxed out. But if you weren't, I would say stop at the support perk slot right here. Now that I think about it, I would actually recommend going the left side of the support skill tree if you don't have Shiki. This is because since you can't shift, you can't like keep reloading your ammo whenever you want, wherever you want. So I would recommend going the left side for the, for the portable supply move, because that's super helpful if you don't have a Titan to constantly be shifting and reshifting for the ammo. And finally, we're going to be going over the defense side of the skill tree. For the defense side of the skill tree, I definitely would go the tank side, just because damage reduction is just better overall than just pure health. So yeah, I would go to the tank side. And if anyone was wondering, the skills I'll be using for this build is in my one slot, I have the Thunderbolt Thunder Spear move. It's the Ackerman and Shiki exclusive move. And if you don't have Shiki or Ackerman, you could sub it out with the move called Revolving Pierce. It's where the lethal tempo move is, and it's also pretty good. For my number 2 slot, I have Dual Shot. For my number 3, I have the Lightning Barrage move, the Ackerman and Shiki exclusive. Then for my 4, I have Shifting. If you don't have Shifting, you could use whatever you want. And then my 5 is Rage mode. Now onto the perks. Now I don't have every single perk I need for this build, but I'll be showing you guys the best perks for each one from the Trillo. For the body slot, I don't have this one, but a really good perk for Thunder Spears is called Maximum Firepower. What this perk does is it increases your Thunder Spear speed by 40%, your Thunder Spear count by 4, increases all Thunder Spear stats by 7.5, and it makes you have no recoil when firing your Thunder Spear. This is definitely a must-need perk for this build. I'm so mad I don't have it. And then we have the 2 offensive perks next. For the first slot, I'll be using Kengo for the 40% damage increase. This is really just an overall good perk for this build. I'll be using Black Flash, but a really good perk you should use is called Everlasting Flame. Basically what it does is it gives you more blast radius and more burn damage, which is super good. But yeah, sadly, I will be using Black Flash. Now the defense perk slot. I mean, there really isn't a lot of options for the defense perk slot, so we're going to be running with Immortal. Because obviously we're not going to be using Adaptation, so yeah, just go with Immortal. And now finally the support perk slot. This one is completely up to you. You could use Soul Feed or Tatsujin, I think that's how you say it, but I'm using Soul Feed so I can see the outlines of other Titans better. I know it's not really the best choice, but if you want, use Tatsujin. For the extra gas, Thunder Spear speed, Thunder Spear control, and Thunder Spear range. Alright, now a pretty important part, the memories. I don't have like the best memories for this build, so I'll be showing you guys memories from the Trillo for the best memories you could get for this build. The first memory you're definitely going to want to get is called After Images. Basically what it does is just Whenever you shoot a Thunder Spear, it does another explosion after the first one explodes that does 40% damage, which is just basically like shooting 2 Thunder Spears at once. And this works for like all the Shiki and Ackerman moves, so yeah, it's pretty busted. Another really good one is Overslash. Basically what this one does, anytime you kill a Titan, the access damage that you do to it, it transfers to another Titan by it, and this could also be the boss too, so super good. For the third slot, I would recommend Quake Strike. Basically, Quake Strike just makes you do more damage the more Titans you kill, so yeah, it's definitely a good one. And for the last one, I either use Gambler or Flash Step. I'm not gonna lie, I always use Flash Step because Gambler's pretty inconsistent, but you do you. Okay, that's the memories, now the artifacts. The current best face and body artifacts you could use are Scars and Scarf. And obviously just get as much Thunder Spear damage as you can on both of them. As you can see here, mine isn't completely maxed out, but if it's like 1% away, that's okay too. That's basically everything for the build, but there's one last thing I wanted to mention. In the beginning of the video, I said Shiki is way better than Ackerman for this build, and this is why. Since Shiki can shift while having the busted Ackerman moves, what you could do is whenever you get low on gas or even low on health, shift really quick and you get a full refill and a full heal. This is way better than the portable resupply because it takes no time at all and it's instant. And on top of that, if you're doing raids, it's really good for the first phase because you can just clear all the Titans and then go straight into human form again. With all that in mind, I'm gonna now show you guys a full raid gameplay of this busted build. So if you made it this far, don't forget to like and subscribe. And thank you so much for watching this far. And now, onto the raid.
That guy, new perspective guy.